I hate that we live in a time where everything's comparable these days. Like, there's one conversation that's qualified to be talked about in some manner, and then there's another conversation that's also qualified to be talked about in some manner. They can both be equally stupid situations, but when they're completely irrelevant to each other and they have nothing to do with each other, they're being thrown into the mix. It's like being competitive of who's the most stupid. Two people could do two of the most stupid things at the exact same time, and instead of people condemning both actions or saying like, wow, that they're both idiots, it's always, well, at least hers isn't as bad as his. Well, at least his was in a video game, whereas hers cost real life money. It's this whataboutism defense. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's always bringing up some topic that's completely different from what's currently being talked about, and then trying to compare it with something else just to give it some type of defense or leeway that, well, at least it's not as bad as that. They can both still be bad and stupid as fuck. They can both be condemned, they can both be talked about, but they're not in the same realm as each other. This is the shit that, like, Donald Trump is known for doing. Or actually, John Oliver. Whether you like him or hate him, I'm not talking about if you like him or hate him, but I just remembered there's a show or a skit or something where he talks about, Trump's whataboutism, now that I mentioned Trump, that just came up.
And you could imagine him saying, well, I'm not the first politician to criticize the press. What about Hillary Clinton? What about Barack Obama? What about Bernie Sanders? And that actually brings us to Trump's second technique, something called whataboutism. It's the practice of changing the subject to someone else's perceived wrongdoing. Now, Trump does this all the time. Now, this technique of saying, what about, is actually an old Soviet propaganda tool. It implies that all actions, regardless of context, share a moral equivalency. And since nobody is perfect, all criticism is hypocritical and everybody should do whatever they want.
What about the alt-left?
Collusion with the Russians. But what about the Democrats' possible ties to Moscow?
But what about Hillary Clinton?
But what about Benghazi? What about the blatant lies that the Obama administration told us? What about the fact that Ben Rhodes bragged about lying to the media? What about the fact that Jonathan Gruber basically said the American people was stupid?
A defense attorney could not stand up in court and say, maybe my client did murder those people, but I ask you this, what about Jeffrey Dahmer? What about Al Capone? What about the guy from The Silence of the Lambs? Arrest my case here, people. Arrest my case. The problem with whataboutism is it doesn't actually solve a problem or win an argument. The point is just to muddy the waters, which can make the other side mad.
So, Pokimane and, not XQC, what's the other idiot's name? Cenat. I don't know who the fuck Cenat is. I'm assuming he's another fucking idiot like XQC that's just really popular for no reason. And I'm in the gaming space, so I've probably heard of Cenat, but as far as like knowing his face or what he's done, I probably don't know or just don't give a shit. So apparently the controversy around him was that he was in a video game harassing women or some shit, like GTA, just kind of role-playing, like, hey girl, you wanna fuck? Yes, that's bad. He's an idiot in his own way. That is something worth discussing. That is something worth reporting about. That is something worth going to his channel and fucking spamming, you're a weirdo. Yes, I'm not downplaying that. But in a video game, there are tools to block someone for being a fucking idiot. Or if you don't want to block them, you can move to a different server if this is in GTA 5. This could be in VR chat or some shit, or Among Us, I don't know. But there's different servers, there's tools to block them and report them. And if they're streaming or recording this shit and they're putting it on YouTube, you can just send the footage or whatever, the recorded clips, to fucking Rockstar Studios and they'll handle it, I'm sure. So we can still talk about that and then also talk about fucking Pokimane. So I don't know much about Pokimane. Pokimane? I don't know much about those Pikachus. Yeah, I don't know much about Pokimane, except that every time I hear her name somewhere, it's always coming from some guy that has a chocolate starfish shape on their fucking lip for how much they've been sucking her asshole in defense of her personality. I don't know who she is, I don't know what she does, but she's a streamer. Any type of online content requires you sitting in front of a computer, being cute, being funny, entertaining, handsome, or in my case, none of the above, and having big titties. There's a lot of, like, if you have titties, you automatically win the platform. Joking, before someone takes that too seriously, I'm joking. Anyway, so apparently she, like, ripped off some cookie formula or some shit other companies have made. It not only looks exactly the same, it's got the exact same calories, similar packaging, just different colors. It's a rebrand. That's always been a thing that's been going on. Like, I've noticed that even when I was a kid. Like, Fruity Stubbles, you know, Frosted Flakes. You know, that's not copyright. It's technically a different brand, you know? It's just made out of cheaper material. You know, as a streamer, her job every day is to just stay in front of a camera to like entertain people. Her money, her revenue comes from people that are directly watching her and giving her money to support her to sit on her ass and be pretty and funny. So when she says that she's also contributed heavily to a new secret Krabby Patty formula to make the cookies taste a lot better and also be a lot healthier, and that's why they're more expensive, I can't really validate or negate that type of claim. It's just fucking cookies. You can only do so much with some fucking cookies. Either way, I don't think she contributed much to the secret recipe or whatever that altered the cookie so that it's better, it tastes healthier, and whatever the shit she's claiming. The best you could do to not support it is just not support it. Don't buy the cookies. She's calling people fucking idiots who don't know math because of $7 per bag cookies, but you can only buy them in a $28 bag bundle or some shit. Just don't buy the cookie. If you like the streamer, that's fine. I don't care. But the best way for her to go bankrupt on that shit is just to not buy the cookie and have the stock fall. Do I want her business to fail? No, I don't know her. But if she's making a stupid product and everyone's agreeing it's a stupid product, then just don't buy it. Don't support it. Let her lose her money on that shit. That's how you hit people hard, is in their wallets. You think Pepsi, out of the goodness of their heart, stopped doing commercials? No, that's because the internet roasted their ass and they didn't want to lose any more money. Yeah, the whole edgy, like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Like, these people have been giving you all their money, all their inheritance. They literally have a Pokemon tattoo of your asshole on their lips from how much they've been supporting you over the years. And you're gonna be a dick to all of them? Oh, well, I was just joking. My audience knows I'm joking. Even if that's true, you sound like a fucking asshole. You sound like a scummy piece of shit that's just shitting on the people that are literally rising you up to the top of doing nothing but sitting at home on a computer. Everyone's dream job. 90% of kids these days want to be a fucking TikToker or YouTuber. And it's not gonna happen. Not even for me. I don't even try. I just do this shit for fun. But when you're already at that position, the last thing you'd want to do is insult your own fucking audience. I think also Moist Critical talked about this as well. He had some really good points. I'm just gonna link to his video so you can watch him. I think he talks about these things way better than I do. I want to give constructive criticism and I want to give my thoughts to things like video games and movies and TV shows, anime, whatever. I'm not very verbally smart. I'm just gonna say smart. Proving my point right there. I couldn't think of a different word. But I'm not very good with words, with English, even though it's the only language I speak. I suck at it. So that's why I love watching other people like John Oliver, Moist Critical, or Philip DeFranco, or Cinnamon Toast Ken sometimes. Sorry, Cinnamon Toast Ken. I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just like they'll basically say the things that are on my mind, but just much better in a more coherent manner. Coherency! Ah, that's the word I was looking for earlier instead of smart. Ah! My brain is stupid. Yeah, anyway, I don't care about Cenat or Pokemon. They're both fucking idiots. Just, you know, you're able to talk about both situations, but don't try to... If two idiots do something stupid at the exact same time, don't try to compare them to each other, because all you're doing is mitigating the damage of one person to another. You're tipping the scales. You know, have both the scales weighed down. That's not possible, but try to do that. Condemn both of their behaviors, you know? She did something stupid, and the guy harassing women or some shit on a video game, he's a fucking creep, weirdo, idiot. I don't know. Just report it, block him, tell him go in his comment section and tell him, like, dude, you're fucking weird. You can talk about both of them equally and punish both people equally. You're just mitigating the criticism that could be given and distributed to both parties. If two stupid people do something bad at the exact same time, it shouldn't be a contest with, no, but he did it worse. No, but she did it even worser. No, his was worse-er. It's not a competition. They're both idiots. Just call it out. And then this dumb bitch is talking about Cenat spent his stream yesterday going to women in GTA roleplay, asking him if he can fuck for hours. Yet, the news today is a woman snapping back when people harass her about her cookies? Women are just treated unfairly. Like, she's also contributing to this shit. This dumb bitch, whoever she is. I don't know if she's popular. She paid for Twitter Blue, so she's probably not popular. Yeah, do I give a shit about the cookies? No. I care so much about my health. I am a very healthy person. I would never buy things that would be detrimental to my health, that would kill me a lot quicker, because it's not like we'll all die one day or anything, you know? I'm a very healthy person. I love my health and all that. But if I'm a broke boy for not wanting to buy like a $28 pack of 4 bags of cookies that are $7 each or some shit, but I'm definitely not buying any YouTuber products. Not Mr. Beast, not Logan Paul, not Jake Paul, not Pokemon. Anytime I see any type of like YouTuber, TikToker, content created, sponsored product or made product, I never go for it. I never buy it ever, because I don't care. I just don't care. If I want to support the person, I would disable my ad blocker and buy merch or some shit from their website. Philip DeFranco? Daddy DeFranco? Yeah, I don't know why this was just kind of like irking down my spine. This always has to turn into some type of racist debate, some type of sexist debate. They're both bad and they're both stupid. I don't support either of them. I'm not comparing them. You can talk about them both independently, but they have nothing to do with each other. Him playing a fucking video game has nothing to do with her $7 fucking cookies. Talk about them, yes, but separately. Yeah, I don't know why that's going down my spine. And fucking Kyle Rittenhouse is also trending. This motherfucker apparently wrote a book or some shit. It's so much, like, it's just the smallest things that are happening today. And for some reason, it's getting on my nerves. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, go watch Moist Critical's video on it. Daddy Critical always makes me moist. I love watching his shit.
But yeah, that's about it. See ya.
Should I leave that in there? Probably not, right?